Good evening. So tonight I'm going to be continuing with my playthrough of Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. I ended last session with a crash, so while I was making dinner I got back up to the same point. So we have come up the ladder behind us and now we're in this room.
The leak must have been sudden.
So we got a gas
I
leak.
need something.
We need to work out a way to get into the room.
The leak must have been sudden. The leak must have been sudden.
So what has happened in this room? Well, I suppose I should probably solve stuff first
This
and then tell you.
iron bar will help.
So a robber
Someone left here in a hurry.
was using this place as a
A
hideout.
small torch, a useful tool for opening.
It looks like everything.
I need something. I need something.
Got the knife. There we go. Give it to Jimmy the lock. I mean, sure,
The
that's
leak is
fine.
coming from here. The satchel is behind these pipes. This explains why the satchel seems to be quite stuck. I don't think I can get it out. The satchel seems to be quite stuck.
Right, I need to go get a map suitable for tanning. Go to the cobbler's shop.
How do, sir?
Hello.
This man seems wary.
The medallion we found in the bar, we can
Hello.
pass on.
I'm sorry to...
I am here because I found this. Money doesn't interest.
Who are you?
I'm a friend of.
In that case, welcome.
You work the leather and perhaps even tan it yourself. I believe tanners wear special masks to protect themselves. I have a gas leak to fix, and
Go see my cousin Abraham, who has a pet shop a little further.
I'll be off now.
My regard.
Right, so we're gonna go to the pet shop, which is down here. Hopefully it's not too dark. This one?
This is a pet shop.
Yeah, you can barely see it, but
Hello, sir.
Hello.
You must be Abraham Solomonovich. I came on behalf of your cousin, Isaac. I need a good mask to protect.
Yes, it should help you. But,
But you must be equipped.
of course, but I broke my hook.
I have the broken hook. I can repair it. Perhaps I'll find some material at Isaac. This cage must do to hold this. This cage must do to hold this.
and we're pets. We got a raccoon, bug,
This cage must do to hold this.
budgie, two, another type of budgie maybe. Somehow I don't think posters like this really existed in the 1880s. Maybe.
Perhaps I'll find some material at Isaac's that will be of use.
Parrot maybe? Parakeet?
I need a few items for your cousin Abraham. May I?
Of course. You're welcome.
This may come in handy. This should do the trick.
I need some pliers or something to tighten it, I think.
This should do the trick.
I wonder if these are pliers that might be used to tighten it. There we go. I need to think about what... Like, what type of cage is best? This one.
This cage will do the trick.
I'll use the hook.
There we are. Magnificent. If I may ask,
I haven't always had a pet shop, my friend. I was a butcher for many years. I found myself carting carcasses from the slaughter. Thus, I had the idea to make. Since then, I have quit that work, and with my little...
No, thank you. Let's return to the boarding house.
Right, now I'll go back to the house up the ladder. I'm going to save before the ladder, just in case. Right, we're good.
The satchel, rather heavy and firmly wedged, dislodging.
Okay.
There isn't enough gas. There isn't enough gas.
I think I've messed something up.
The gas can escape through this nozzle. There isn't enough gas. The pressure. The gas can escape through this nozzle. There isn't enough gas. The satchel, rather heavy.
No, it's right click. Ugh.
There isn't enough gas.
If we close that. There you go. Some quick spot welding with a blowtorch. Just as you do.
Elementary.
There we go. Gas is now back on normally.
This much talked about satchel is very heavy and seems to contain metal dishes.
Right, and then, because he's a criminal and we're Sherlock Holmes,
Full of crockery, the satchel makes the same noise and...
so we've now swapped the stolen jewels out for a bag full of broken, crappy dishes. And I think
There's
now...
still gas in here. Looking at the... Let's go to the wasp's nest.
Got to upset the cat.
Let's go to the wasp's nest.
Yeah. Look, he's just that good. What can you say?
I give you my word, but it won't belong to you until...
Fine. The poor idiot was taken by the peelers the other day. I don't know why some chap started to screech about it. He
Do you mean that the local...
might not. But if you or the doc talk to him, tell him that about the kayak business.
I say, that's all a little bit...
Hey, don't shake it like that, moron. If you don't want to end up with a...
I'd best be off now. Better to not be around when he opens the satchel.
Right, and then we also, I believe, have to casually drop this somewhere where the police will find it.
I can't just waltz into the police station to ask if they've got Squibby locked up.
Oh, that was it. I need to find a prostitute.
You little jackanapes. You want to ride on the big whirly?
Another day.
Dialogue for this game. It's so ridiculous.
As a matter of fact, I would like to know if a chap I know...
Information.
Here are a few guineas.
I'll tell you everything that I know, my ducky. Nothing. Ha! I know. Hey, if you have something to...
I'll be back.
You...
The girls from the nice houses. That monster. Oh. Danny must have been referring to establishments like Miss Bella's that Watson told me about. Fine, I have to go to the broth.
Where's this door black?
Good evening, Lucy.
Mr. Howe, you're strangely dressed.
I've come to ask if any of your colleagues or...
Certain girls go with police officers, it's true.
Certain girls go with police officers, do
Very
they?
well, I'll be on...
You are a friend of Dr. Watson?
Indeed.
A fine man, your Dr. Watson. He got me out of a damn business with one of my clients. We gave this boar a lesson to remember, and he's since gone to France, having snagged one of my best girls. But it's a break from all of her chatter. You're looking for information about the police, is that right? I can't help you there. The girls concerned are busy. And anyway, I don't have the time.
What is bothering you so much?
A client left me a case of bottles as payment. It happens all the time. I'm saddled with all this stuff. He told me that these perfumes were the latest thing. There might be some good ones in there, but I'd have to...
Madam, I will undertake to tell you exactly which of these products are perfumes if you agree to...
Yes, I know him.
Right, now I believe we go back to Baker Street.
I will need a book to help me identify Miss Bella's perfume. I believe the bookshop on Glenworth Street, not far from Baker Street, has just reopened. Let's go and take a look.
Oh, I hope it's the same bookshop.
I will need a book to help me identify Miss Bella.
It is. This is Barnes. In one of the other Sherlock Holmes games, he is trying to summon a demon from books he's ordered from different countries.
Hello, sir.
Hello, are you the new bookseller in the neighborhood?
Yes, my name is Barnes. You're one of...
I'm looking for work that can help me identify perfumes, a book that deals with vegetation and it's...
I would recommend the Encyclopedia Spartica about vegetation.
Fine.
But it's just that, I have no idea where it is. Would you believe that my predecessor classified works by their acquisition?
It is no doubt very interesting.
Fine, fine. I will try to...
Holmes,
Ah, fantastic. You are the man for the job.
there are some dates missing?
Yes.
So,
I forgot to mention that.
The bookshelf is in a pretty sorry
The dates
state
were
because the
written
old
on
owner left.
cardstock.
Are there
It might have been the old owner
details to know?
who
The
summoned the
proprietor
demon,
inscribed
tried to
the
summon the
date
demon,
every
but I
2
think it
years
was him.
since his arrival in 1864, up until now, that is 1888. He left a note regarding his method of shelving, but I didn't understand a word.
Well, I will see.
All the numbers placed in the same column must have different ending numbers. The dates whose numbers added together will produce the same sum cannot be put on the same thing. What? Okay, it can't be. Can't end in a 6, 4, or an 8. This has to be a 6 and an 8. Makes this one the last one.
There, Mr. Barnes, the labels are in their correct...
Yes, what luck.
I will look for it. Thank you very much.
You are right.
82 is over on this side.
This encyclopedia on plants and spice...
Right, now we go back to our house.
I will
This
leave my
game
work
doesn't
there.
let you explore Baker Street very much. Whereas some of the others, you
I
spend a
need
lot more
something.
time in Baker Street.
Let's get to work. I must analyze these perfumes.
It wasn't needed. As you saw. All it mattered was that the dates lined up. Three parameters. Fragrance,
These shapes represent the smells at my disposal. This perfume is ghastly.
First, I kind of wonder whether it's meant to be a trick. This one is quite a big one with two different sizes, I think. Makes it a really dog musk. With that there and that there.
Excellent. Now, on to the next step.
Swamp water. Bitumen number 55. What? Okay, I mean, the biggest one, biggest no, it's resin oil, isn't it? Yeah.
Elementary. Fine, I have to go to the brothel. Fine, I have to go to the brothel.
Yeah, we're here.
So, my dear man,
I have distinguished the good perfumes from the bad, but even the...
who cares?
It's not really a perfume, technically speaking.
It smells strange. I don't really like it. Here,
Do you know someone by the name of Danny?
Danny? Big Danny, Nutcracker? Ha! The one who hates cats?
That's the one.
You're interested in that kind of bird? She's dangerous, a real cyclone.
That was bloody
beware.
line just then.
Her appearance, she claims to adore perfumes. Ha! She'd need this whole...
I doubt it'll take much to make... Let's go to the police station.
Yeah, did you see that line there? Just in case you missed it. Be like dipping your biscuit in a pig's trough. Right, so we're gonna combine these together. I'm gonna give this to Danny.
Do you remember me? Would you be kind enough to help me by telling me how many policemen...
There ain't much in the station.
There we are. Now Danny has been sprayed with valerian, a scent that's I must go to the pet shop.
Yeah, I'm sure every pet shop owner would be perfectly happy for you to gather up all the cats.
Hey, look! It's Mr. Detective. It's...
Shh, I'm undercover on a special mission. Don't blow my cover.
Aye, aye, Captain. We won't let it slip.
Now, what are you doing in this area at such an hour? You're far from home, aren't you?
We've
These
got
are his
this
secret
down to
beliefs.
hand.
He
About his
gives
cat, you
all
know,
the kids,
downstairs
or
round
lots of the
his-
kids around
and
London
that's
money.
the old lady Big Danny lives. She threatens to kill Pounce's cat, 'cause she's a...
Allergic.
Oh, that's it. She stoned Pounce and his cat yesterday.
Does that cat there belong to...
Bert! That's my Bertie!
Be careful, he is injured. Let's take him... Let's go to the pet shop, Chil. If you all go in at once, you'll scare the animal.
What can I do for you?
I have come to return your mask. May I present young Pounce and his cat, Bert? Poor Bert, he's been injured.
It's Big Danny who threw a cobblestone at him.
Big Danny? Danny the Jaw? The terror of the Highlands?
Oi, that's her, mister.
Love that they all know
You know
her.
this lady?
Lady is not the appropriate word. Fury, more likely. Danny?
Is there anything you can do for poor Bert?
I don't know. This
Yes. Aha! This must...
Okay, didn't go into my inventory, fine.
What can I do?
Here is the book on cats.
Thank you, my man. I will
Oh, look at the
see what
kitten.
I can do for this cat.
So, how is Bert doing?
He'll pull through.
And where can we get...
We must find Hardiman. He sells meat.
Thank you for
I missed that line. I think it was just, let's go outside and find some meat. Quick check. Yeah. Beep, beep.
Beep beep. Beep beep.
Good evening, sir.
How did... These little brats can't possibly all be yours.
Pardon? Oh, no, none of them.
Ah, children, they're our pride and joy. And yet...
Do cats really like kebabs? I'll take the lot.
I beg your pardon?
How much for...
For two...
It's a deal. Listen up, my little soldiers. You need to find all the cats in Whitechapel and lead them to... If my calculations are correct, the cats will be seduced by Danny's odor.
I don't know about you, but if I saw 3 kids holding 7 cats between them directly opposite me, please stop moving around. That dress is
What's all
ridiculous.
this racket?
Oh.
Calm down. Come on, out. And make those cats shut up.
Well now, let's see what I can do about Squibby. I shall leave Bluto's treasure. This must be the door that leads to...
I'll be honest, I've completely forgotten how to do the lockpicking. There we go. I'll take it.
And who are you?
I've come to talk to you about...
So you're here.
Absolutely not. I've come on behalf of someone you know, who told me you have some explosive news about this American. In exchange, he has settled your bill on the kayaks.
You ain't no street person, you.
Not at all.
Not a chance. I'll give nothing away for nothing. I don't have to...
You mean to say that you are here...
Damn right. Only death awaits me out there. I was almost lynched because I was...
a journalist?
I socked him once for disrespecting me down at the pub. He said I'd pay for it one day. And that day came. He said he was going to squeal to the papers about me. With my description and my tattoos and all, I was arrested at the same time the police said they'd caught the Whitechapel killer. While waiting to write the article, he started the rumour.
I understand. Listen, if I find this journalist and make him promise to not write a word about...
You sure know how to speak
What's the name of this...
bullying?
Tom Bulling? That name sounds familiar.
Huh?
Well, I'll be going, Squibby.
You're right. Hey, but what are you up to here, you? Off with you, and make it quick before I take you in.
Let's go to
Just
the
licks
wasp's
it.
nest.
You sit down in some paint, you think?
Let's go to the wasp's nest. No, if Bluto sees me, let's return to Baker Street to... Good evening. There'll be a nice tip in it.
Yes, sir. A damn nuisance, that man. And a real cad.
He was reading a book?
Not a real book. A halfpenny rag. He put it down on the ground.
Goodbye, miss.
At your service.
Some paper. Ink stains.
Oh, yeah, that was it. It's not really a spoiler because
Old
it's
Jack,
an actual thing.
fantastical character that terrorizes the population of London.
Jack the
This
Ripper
journalist has some far
was,
from cheerful reading.
named after him.
Evening. A pint for me and have one for yourself.
Haven't seen him for a day or two. He must be sleeping.
What paper does...
I don't know, but I can't believe that he works at his rag, because he's always round the pub scribbling his useless papers. The last time I seen him, he spent a whole day at that table drinking and scratching away from morning till night. He finished by celebrating, and without the help...
Thank you, my friend.
That's no...
Somewhere to sleep it off. Can I do anything with this?
Some paper,
No.
inks. Let's return to Baker Street. Tom Bulling isn't here, but...
Nope.
Up
Back
at
to
last,
Baker Street.
Holmes. Were you able to get anything from that crook at the Wasp's Nest yesterday?
Not yet, but I am working on it. And yourself, Watson, what were you able to find out from your colleague about the sale of second-hand female parts?
Holmes? Well, actually...
Let it
That
be,
was a
Watson.
really
It's
badly way.
tiring, no
Bad
doubt.
phrasing.
Well, as soon as I mentioned the possible existence of a black market dealing in human parts, everyone in the hospital became very tense. This silence, therefore, tells us more than anything else at this point.
However, I have trouble believing that such a peculiar dealing as that involving Annie Chapman's uterus could have gone unnoticed in the medical community, if that is indeed what happened.
That's my opinion, as well as that of my old university colleague. He maintains that any form of organ trafficking would be impossible, not to mention unnecessary. However, he did tell me
So
something
yeah, if you remember from
rather
yesterday, we found a secret letter
the
in the
unexplained disappearance
desk number
of
6.
several corpses from the hospital morgue. He has allowed me to investigate, provided I do so discreetly, and here is what I found, concealed in what appeared to be a secret letterbox.
Interesting, an encoded message.
Indeed, and look, the symbol of a certain well-known Spartaca encyclopedia is printed on it. Perhaps it will help in deciphering the letter.
Thank you, Watson. Are you going out again?
I promised a new patient, Captain Stenick, I'd go round to examine him. He lives nearby. I may be back before you've had a chance to decipher this mysterious message.
Well, now it's a challenge. You need to decipher it in time.
Good. Let's decipher the encoded... The index of the Spartaca encyclopedias seems to have a connection with this letter.
Oh, yeah, it's nothing to do with actually that. It's... This is A. It's B. D. This one's D. You can see that the V actually goes down below the level of the thing. Whereas this one, which makes you think it's V, is actually X's. This one's XIV. XIV is N. W, I think. Yeah. OM. Delivered. That's XV. I see that's R. XXV is Y. Delivery. Wharfdale. So command someone to deliver. Command someone deliver a woman to Wharfdale. Yeah, I don't know why these two actually are relevant. XXI is U. XI X. S. X is J. Subject, woman.
Elementary. My dear Watson, I congratulate you on your investigation. This
Yeah,
letter seems
Wharfdale
to
17.
well and
It's
truly
like the
confirm
postcode.
the organised trafficking of bodies in London.
My God, how dreadful.
Watson, we must go to the address that appears in this message. I would suggest you take your weapon.
It hasn't left my side since the beginning of this whole affair, Holmes.
I'll also be putting on my workman's disguise again. One never knows.
But what about me, Holmes?
Stay as you are, Watson. At worst, you can pass as my employer. Find Wharfdale Road on the map of London, Watson.
Understood, Holmes.
I'm too busy to look at the map. Find it for me.
Yes, I have, Holmes.
Here we are, Watson. 17 Wharfdale Road. Let's be careful.
You think so, Holmes? This house seems to be abandoned.
Given the layer of dust accumulated. Numerous footsteps. Apparently this passage is used frequently. This door was recently... This wheel is in good shape, but it is... This rope seems strong. I need something. This trolley seems to be in good condition. A tarred cover. No, I can't take it like that. No, I can't take it like that.
Yeah, basically, we're going to get into that window.
Look, if we...
You are joking, Holmes?
So we need to get the wheel onto this.
There, this piece of tarpaulin is very thin.
But what the devil are you doing, Holmes?
This wheel is in good shape. This wheel is in good shape, but it is impossible.
It's not that wheel in particular, but I think it is.
This wheel is in good shape, but...
Check if there's anything like I can hook this onto to lift it up.
This stone was blocking the wheel. This trolley seems to be in good condition. No, I can't do that. This trolley seems to be in...
Like this chain is important, but it might be a previous thing. One of the other games. Yeah, one of my problems with this game is I pre-remember things, or pre-member. So because I've played it before, I'm able to go, oh, yeah, that sounds useful. Not sounds, that is, like, familiar.
Let's hurry, Holmes. This neighbor...
I feel like I'm missing something important.
This wheel is in good shape, but it is...
Hmm. Need to just find something heavy, maybe? Yeah, I'm trying not to be too... trying not to stand in the dark too much. Hmm.
Nothing of interest here.
Which rock? Oh, did I get the actual rock itself? No, I didn't. For some reason, I've got it in my head that I used the rope on that balcony to lift this up in order to get the pin out.
This wheel is in good shape, but it is... This wheel is in good shape.
I need to get a toolbox from someone, maybe. Hmm. Right, let's...
I have no reason... I have no reason...
Right, so it's definitely something in this area. It doesn't have multiple areas available.
This door was recently reinforced. Impossible to... This trolley seems to be in good condition, apart from the broken wheel, of course.
Right, I definitely know the end of this. We put the wheel on that, wheel out of there. Use the flipped over carriage to as a ladder to climb up and get in the room. How do I get the wheel off? Okay, I need some sort of tool of some sort to get the pin off. I can't see a toolbox anywhere. It definitely feels like there should be one. Is it really that easy? I looked it up because I was...
There, by sliding this piece of tarred...
Incredible!
These little metal instruments. Some makeup applicators. These jars contain chemical
Yeah, I'll be honest,
There's something.
that one I wouldn't have got.
A trapdoor. We must find a way to get down through it, Watson.
Incredible.
Closed. This door was recently Excellent. Now, on to the next step. I will go down alone, Watson.
Understood, Holmes.
Rings, wedding rings, gold.
I mean, it's fairly
This
obvious where
old
they came
box
from.
Must have pincers. Hammer. I'll take it. Numerous footsteps. Clothing that appears to a pointed poker. This is here's an electrical mechanism turning the hand. No, I can't do that. It is a stretcher that can be dismantled into two. No, I can't do that. This old box must have held nails along. No, I can't do that. 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 Excellent. Now, on to the next step. This box is broken. The wires must be reconnected.
Hmm. Okay. Right, so that one. Very confident that that is related to the start. Maybe I need to go there. There you go. Is it wrong? Can I go there? Go there. That one was a lot easier. Oh dear. Well, they're going to know I was here now.
Holmes. I don't know why you...
Perfect, Watson. This bent key just needs a... This may come in handy. This may come in handy. This may come in handy.
Yeah, come on, put the key in it. There we go. There we go, more key. Oh,
Let's hope that it really
it
is
doesn't
the
tell
key
you
to
where
this
to start
door.
or to end, so you have to pick it yourself.
And so, Holmes?
Oh no, don't crash again. I haven't crashed, it's just pitch black, that's why.
This wheel is in good shape. This little instrument will serve...
But what the devil are you doing, Holmes?
Elementary.
But what the devil are you doing, Holmes?
No, I can't do that. This stone was blocking the... Excellent.
It
Now,
looks
on to
fairly
the
dark on
next
my
step.
screen, maybe it is just me. Watson go with his thing. Still in the house.
Given the layer of dust accumulated...
Sure. Yeah, some stuff's gone weird.
I need something. I need something. I need something. I need something. I need something.
Need. Oh, I need to get the rope back. Or not.
Closed.
What do I need then? I thought that was it. You just climbed up now. Thank you, Wikipedia. Or walkthrough, I guess.
I hope this ladder will support my weight.
It's the second homemade ladder that I've made so far.
I need something. Let's go.
My God, Holmes. Where are we?
For us to find out, my friend. This woman is dead, Watson.
Yes, several days ago, Holmes. But the body is perfectly preserved. No odor, no visible decomposition.
Did you see the poster on the wall?
Amusing. This old photo shows a young man. The man in the photo taken in 1883 and the one on Prince Raskolnikov's leaflet are one and the same. Look at this photo. It is inscribed Ethel Broome Street, 1851 to 1878. This may come in handy. These clothes are new, just like the deceased. Strange smell. What do you think, Watson?
A zinc chloride solution without a doubt. A product generally injected into cadavers to help preserve them.
Someone made up this corpse. The lips have been coloured and the rings around the eye.
To what end?
Watson, this corpse was embalmed and made up. All is clear, Watson. A charlatan passing himself.
Which explains the disappearance of corpses at the... Look, Holmes, a label from the...
Terrible,
Some
isn't it?
makeup applicators. It's a puzzle box. Let's see if I can open it.
Okay, so right, okay. Just need to make it 5, right? There you go, 6 and 3. Just a 3. 2. How the hell am I going to get 2 out of this? Okay, I'm guessing I failed this one. Did I do a 2 already?
It's a puzzle box. Let's...
Ah, so it's different every time. Okay. 7 and 1. And we'll get the 0 as well. 2. There's no way to get 2, is there?
It's a puzzle box.
9, 8 and 1. 9 and 0. 6 would be the 6 here. 9, 11. 8 and 1. 3. You think 13 will work? Yeah, you're right. 19. Three. 5 and 8. 4 is 2 7s.
There we are. Magnificent. This square object is very This letter speaks of a sign of recognition.
Okay, so we're looking for...
Glass eyes in all shapes.
Yeah, basically they are getting cadavers, making them up to look like the deceased that people want, and then using them to come back to life in a seance. And we need to find a triangle. Have I missed a triangle somewhere? Doesn't look like it.
This door was recently... This cheap
There you
jewel
go.
must be an...
Holmes, I hear a...
It is probably the dealers, Watson, but instead...
You are joking, Holmes? Oi, what you doing?
Calm down. We have come to collect our packets.
Oh, well then, you just had to say. I was told that you weren't no tramps, but I weren't expecting that you was giving your get-up. Well, the subject ain't ready yet.
Well, that's...
Say, we have personal orders too.
What
Kidney,
type of... Oi, I don't hack up my dollies. That's the work of an art.
But you wouldn't happen to have a colleague?
No, you can't make a copper doing that nowadays. Since the bigwigs made it easy to get... For a few coppers, hospital bloke might help you out, but I don't know for sure.
I understand. And what...
I don't bother myself with that. For one thing's for sure. After...
Well, if you'll excuse...
He's got a...
Oi, it's normal. He's a brain, you see. A thinker at that.
So, Holmes, the corpses that have disappeared...
Yes, it all suggests... In the medical world, all dealing... The crook we met confirmed this viewpoint. It's hard to imagine, therefore...
Yeah, it's...
our
I
Whitechapel killer
should have just tried it,
perpetrated
because
massacres.
it's one of those sorts of things where it's a really obvious thing
What lead
to
should
test.
we follow now, Holmes?
Try to learn more about Tumblr.
Especially because they must all be solvable.
Some information, but
Like,
first
I thought I
stop
got
the
myself
journalist
soft lock,
Tom
but
Bulling
I
from
probably
Harvey.
hadn't. It's just
hope my
I didn't bother
secret
playing with the
police will
rules
have
enough.
some information on him. While we wait, Watson, I would ask you to inform your colleagues of your recent discoveries. It would be good.
You are right.
That's of...
It's incredible. It's been more than 3 weeks since the murderer struck, and the tension is as...
I doubt it, Watson. Everything leads me to believe that he is in hiding and waiting for the right moment. The area is packed with police, and that would obviously hamper his work.
You think he will start again, Holmes?
I have every reason to believe nothing will stop him short of his arrest or his death.
Yes, how awful.
Oh, that's a matter of little interest, and resolving will be of no benefit, above all to Miss Fleming. Ha!
Mr. Holmes, the scribbler resurfaced. At last word, Pounce saw him racing to Central News Agency where he works.
Excellent, Wiggins. And still nothing on the doctor?
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. He's one sleek yank, but we'll find him.
One
Good
sleek
work.
yank.
Here's something for you.
There's something for you. A
I'm
slap in
Steve
the door.
Watson. If I can get my hands on this bulling, I will have much more interesting news on the bothersome Tumblety. I have only to change. If you can, Watson, I entreat you to stay here and await my word. We may not be more than two when the time to act comes.
You can count on me, Holmes.
I have no reason to go. I have no...
Wait, what did he ask for? Ah, I need to go to the news. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, the game doesn't want me to save here. Save. Yeah. Oh dear. Why would it let me save? That would be silly.
I must go to the Central News. I'm at the press agency where bullying works.
Try saving now. Nope. Okay. We are running on no safety saves.
What do you want?
It would be very informative to search
What do you want?
It would be very informative. Good evening. I'm looking for Tom Bulling.
He isn't here. He must be sleeping off somewhere. He gave me a tip. He wanted to save a scope for me. He always gets a good dirt, and yet when he comes in here, it's just to warm his behind.
Listen, Scoop, I'm bringing it over. Only if Bulling isn't here,
Wait, what's...
Bulling promised me a reward for info. There's a charlatan who does spiritualist seances that are a little bit special. He steals corpses from the morgue.
I'll give you your dues.
I'll write down the address of the hideout on the crook's leaflet, but the police will be in on this.
Understood. I'll go...
Hey, you wouldn't have a little...
Look on Bulling's desk. I know that he always...
Watson won't be pleased that
I love that. He gets the scoop, but gets Bulling
the
to
other
pay
way.
for it.
This is Bulling's desk. The one... Some coins. This may come in handy. A charred match. These are Bulling's notes.
Try the saving thing again, shall we? Oh dear.
The fire has almost gone out, but the Bulling recently used the stove. The fire has almost gone out, but Bulling recently used the stove. Even handwriting.
Yeah, obviously, picture of the Queen, because...
Queen Victoria, to keep the journalists on. I would imagine these are compartments.
Do you have any documents for this? Just this. Oh, the
Bulling's
assistant
boss,
director.
Mr. Moore. A mirror. A mirror.
Okay, so I'm looking for something to open this. A knife?
The fire has almost gone out. Bulling
No.
recently used the stove. A telephone, a device that enables you to talk with anyone in London, provided the receiver has a telephone too.
Wow, what amazing technology.
A telephone, a device that enables you to talk with anyone.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, who could picture such a device? But I'm sure it's only like the very wealthy people or businesses like this will have them.
The fire has almost gone out. Bulling recently used the stove. The fire has almost... Bulling recently
It's
used
the
the
cloth.
stove.
Yeah, of course it
A
is.
torn piece of blotting paper. Curious. It looks like someone wanted to destroy this piece of blotting paper that had red ink on it. I can make out a few more letters, but backwards. I need something to help me. A mirror. By putting this piece of blotting paper...
WA.
Apparently our journalist gets his... I need more information. If I telephone one of Bulling's contacts... This page has some light ink stains. It contains a list of telephone numbers.
1875. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe? We don't really want the peasant classes being able to communicate with each other that much, do we?
This page has some light ink. Walesby 1875. Central, Walesby 1875, if you will. Thank you, I will wait. Hello, my dear man.
Bulling? So you know where this...
Not at all. He is currently unobtainable. In the meantime, he has left me...
That's just great. I dropped everything off at his agency, but he didn't even bother to do the...
I am ready, sir.
Do the police have a suspect for the bizarre theft of cigarettes and carrots that took place at the
Scotland Yard. Boss.
I think, according to Bulling, that Inspector Lestrade's team is looking for a rabbit with a bad cough.
Ah, damned Bulling. One day he'll be in some serious trouble for mocking the police. And now, can you tell me, with regards to the parliamentary scandal, what did the head of the Whig Party respond to the Tories who were treating him as a great incompetent?
Oh, the Tories makes a lot of noise. In secrecy? No, I think it's when he comes home from work. He is never tired and has already read the newspaper. No?
According to Bulling, the head of the Whigs said, "Vote for me, I will be your best representative."
Yeah, I know, but...
That'll make for a good paper. There is one last question. According to a government social study...
Oh, this is the question. I knew that set of 3 answers was an answer for something. I was sure it was this one. Already read the newspaper. Never tired.
I believe I can confirm that it is because civil servants aren't tired and have already read the paper when they come home from work.
Very true. Good. It seems like Bulling has finally done his work.
As everything is all in order, can you now tell me where the information is that you sent to the agency?
Yes. There is a large brown envelope near the dispatch cabinet. It's in there that we exchange our tips with Bulling.
1,000 thanks. Goodbye, sir.
My salutations to Bulling.
Oh, rabbits eat carrots and the cigarettes were also stolen, so it's a rabbit who smokes. And smokers cough.
There are several documents in this file. I wonder why Bulling is studying this tale about... What does that mean?
Yeah, it was. He was making fun of the police.
Well, well, a piece of information about the murders transmitted exclusively to the police without informing the press. What does that mean? I have inspected everything, but there's no sign of Bulling. He must have dashed off to his HQ.
Right, so we'll go...
Let's go to the police station.
Come, back again, are we? Come this.
Oh, they found the stolen loot.
Congratulations, Humphreys. So, my lad,
Sherlock Holmes, consulting detective.
Well, how about that?
Mr. Holmes, can you explain this get-up, your presence in the neighbourhood despite my instructions, as well as this most opportune restitution of jewels?
Firstly, I should tell you that not being under your command, I never understood what you said as an order, but rather as advice. I thought I would be wise to follow them to a certain extent. I intended to explain the stolen goods sooner or later. My presence here will allow me to fill you in on a few conclusions that...
If it is in regard to the Whitechapel murders, it won't help us much.
I'm impressed, Inspector, and I offer you my sincere...
Listen, Holmes, let us do our work. You've rid us of a... But I think you're a little underqualified for a case
Jack
like
the
that with
Ripper.
Jack the Ripper. Until it's over, I demand that you do...
I take note of your advice, Inspector. You...
Oh, it's from a letter that the Central News Agency sent our way. It was written by the killer. And even if it can't be proved...
Can I have a little look? Thank you, sir.
I wonder who uses red ink.
Me? Not up to discovering who Jack the... I know who wrote the Dear Boss letter signed Jack the Ripper, that Inspector Abelard. This Tom Bulling was inspired by this fantastical character to build a myth out of the Whitechapel killer. Perhaps he would be receptive if I shared my discovery about him and prevent him from accusing Squibbie. I must find him at once. My best bet would be to try my luck at the pub.
Ah, Holmes, I got your message, and here I am. What are we doing, Holmes?
Perfect, Watson. That oaf Bluto is looking for us with evil intentions, and he may be hiding here. I will try to get more information inside. You want... Good evening, Mr. Bulling.
We know each other?
No, however, I have some information that may be of interest to you.
Talk, my friend. A pint for you if what you say is worth something. Does it have to do with the Whitechapel
Thanks.
murders?
Indeed, I know the identity of the man who wrote a letter to the police, a letter entitled Dear Boss, in which the author claims to be the Whitechapel murderer and is signed Jack the Ripper.
What?
It's a journalist who was inspired by Spring-Heeled Jack in order to strengthen the credibility and the seriousness of his agency. This new Jack will give him some first-hand information that he, in turn, will dole out sparingly to the authorities, as well as some carefully distilled indiscretions that the big papers will come to beg of him. He plays
I think it's
both
'cause he was
sides
never
off
caught. That's
against
why he's
one
so-
another and becomes the chief orchestrator of the rumour. He wrote this letter in this very spot, and he has red ink on his fingers. Like you.
What exactly are you after, my friend?
You've been threatening a certain Squibbie to distribute a telegram naming him as a possible suspect in these murders in revenge for an old feud. I would suggest you don't write this note, and that you leave Squibbie alone.
I'd forgotten about the existence of that rapscallion. I threw that at him when I was visiting the station to get the dope. You should have seen his face.
You must also stop sending these letters that waste the authorities' precious time.
But yeah,
Right,
this is
well,
a theory that is
I know what you're
actually
talking about. I have a great relationship with the Bobbies. Just ask around.
like they do think
I
a
don't
journalist
answer
made
to
up
nobody.
the
Now leave
Jack
me
the Ripper
alone.
letter that apparently was
Farewell,
came out.
sir.
Good.
Let's hurry to the police station, Watson. Squibbie, so that's it. You're a free man.
Yeah, the Bobbies agreed to let me go, and I came to see Bluto before ferreting you.
Yes, he is in the pub and everything is taken care of, but...
Okay, but we have to be quick. One night, I goes to see Bluto in his hideout that ain't far from the boarding house where this tumblety bloke has a room. I see him coming in too. He must have been on one real binge. To the point, the tumblety fella was there, and he smiles at me, all nice like. He tells me he's a great Yankee doctor, but my business interests him. I'm interested, I tell him, but I'm not the type to just jump right in without getting to know a person, see? He invites me round to his room to talk business, just him and me. We empty a bottle or two, and all of a sudden, like, he wants to show me what he's got in this big trunk that he always carts around places. I just about vomited, see? In these jars, just like pickles, you know, there were
Someone
pieces
did
of
say he
meat.
hates women.
And he whispers that it's the lady bits of some old dames. He called them peckymins. I call them love killers, I would. Yuck. After that, he starts to go on about rich folk. They ain't nothing but dogs, and I won't tell you the worst of it. Then he comes all close to me and puts his sweaty hand on my leg. He was one of them types, not me. I don't wait a second before I give him a good thrashing, and I start running and let go of him, and he still wants to see me again just to talk business. But then I had to do time, so business.
Do you know where he can be found?
Why, ain't he in his digs? Maybe he got to liking life behind bars too. I heard that in some jobs there's a way to...
Thank you for your information, and we'll meet again, my friend. Here is the sum I promised to get you out of London.
Ciao, fella. I've just got a little score to settle with Bluto, and I'm heading for the country.
Lipsky!
My dear Watson, we must strike while the iron is hot.
Do you have an opinion, Holmes?
We must assure ourselves that the factor collector of female organs and a murderer who removes said organs are resident in the same area at the same time is nothing more than coincidence.
I thought that you wouldn't bring me back your keys. Oh, it's you, Mr. Holmes. Good evening, Dr. Watson.
Indeed, it is I again. One of your tenants
I
left
wonder if
without
it's
returning his
Tumblety.
keys.
Yes, it's Dr. Tumblety whom we spoke about. Shortly after your last visit here, some constables came and asked me a few questions regarding him. Barely had they left than the doctor came barreling around a street corner and rushed up into his room upstairs. A little while afterwards, while I was tidying, I heard a thud in his room and a rush down the stairs. He left with most of his bags, but without returning his keys. You can go up and see if you wish. The door is still open.
Careful, Watson. Do not walk around here and...
I know, Holmes.
Oh, the game's crashed. We couldn't save for a while, so... How far back are we? It'll be a while, I think. We're back here. Okay, this game's kind of annoying me with how buggy it is. So, give me a sec. I'll see what else I'm going to stream instead. I'll put the zombie up back for a minute. Yeah, no idea myself, so let's try this one instead. So, hopefully this one crashes a bit less. He's a famous thief who steals things from around the world, and he sends a coded message to Sherlock Holmes saying that he's going to come and steal 7 things from England. The sound seems quiet.
It looks to be the beginning of a lovely
That seems
day,
fine.
Holmes. There's nothing like beginning the week with a sunny Monday, with nothing more pressing to do than to see what came in the post. Would you care to take a ride up the Thames today?
I think not, Watson.
Listen, Holmes, your mood has been getting progressively worse for the past 2 weeks. I know you, and I am certain that something is bothering you. It wouldn't be bad news from Switzerland, would it?
We would already be on a boat heading toward...
Very
My dear Watson.
I've put my finger... Using an alias, he seduced a young Italian princess in order to rob her of a priceless set of diamond jewellery that once belonged to the Finally, our friend, having committed his crime, left word for the local press, explaining that there was no other way for the charming lass. Since then, the lady has been confined to a convent, and rumour has it that the 2 outraged fathers have... Are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu? Why, another letter from the zoo about those missing birds, as if we were going to be running around the whole of London chasing chickens. This Arsène Lupin must be in hiding somewhere, surrounded by bottles of champagne and stolen treasures. How foolhardy and arrogant. Oh, these French. However, he
Of
didn't
course.
pursue
As your
his
racism against the
foolishness to
French, why
point
not?
of risking...
Has the cat got your tongue, Watson? What?
This...
Jeez, he just glided into frame there. Right. Yeah, I know. Options. Wrong resolution. Wow. Of course. So this is the letter that Arsène Lupin has just sent to Sherlock Holmes. Basically, he's saying the British are all uncouth savages apart from you, so only you're able to stop me from stealing. He fully admires you and he's happy for you to be the one who catches him, but he's not going to go easily. It's going to be a challenge for him, for Sherlock. Then he sends him the poem and signs it Arsino Latino.
Holmes, this is truly unbelievable. Surely this
How's the
cannot
volume?
be
Better?
taken seriously.
It's possible, Watson, that this letter is nothing but a prank. However, a small chance exists that both the challenge and the threat are real.
What will you do?
First, I'm going to enjoy the breakfast Mrs. Hudson has prepared. If you would be so good, Watson, as to clarify some of the riddles in the letter. Firstly, if Arsène Lupin is actually the author, as he states, why does he sign with another name? When it comes to the poem, even if an answer seems straightforward, we must be quite certain. What would the target of tonight's theft be if this letter turns out to be accurate? We have 1 day to find the solution and to take preventative measures. You could go see Barnes, the bookstore in Glentworth Street. Surely they'll have something that will be informative.
Yeah, I do actually already know quite a lot of the early part of this game. It doesn't have any of the deduction board stuff. I need to set the key for... I haven't discovered it yet.
sir.
Yeah, here's Barnes's bookstore. Not that one. That one. So you can see Jack the Ripper is set before this game.
Barnes should hire a cleaning lady. Oh, what a mess.
And here he is trying to summon a demon.
Good day, Barnes.
Hello, Dr. Watson. How are you? I didn't hear you enter.
Are you busy? Am I disturbing you?
Not at all. I was researching, but if you came to see me, it must be that you're looking for something specific. Perhaps I can help you?
A very strange affair, bewildering even, has brought me to see you. An affair involving a Spanish cape and a one-eyed, one-armed man.
Most certainly. You will find the works dealing with naval history on one of the shelves somewhere.
A very strange affair. Thank you. I'll
So
go.
it's Horatio Nelson is who they're talking about. If you remember the name, Orsino Latino, if it's an anagram for Horatio Nelson.
Ah, here's my book. As it happened.
Excuse me.
Well,
That doesn't look sinister at all, does it? I'm trying to summon devils. I told you, there's black magic in this world. Admittedly, he's not very good at it, but...
Now tell me, Watson, what progress have you made? Have you found the meaning of the mysterious signature?
it's an anagram, Holmes.
That's a welcome confirmation. No doubt the target of the theft is somehow connected with the Battle of Trafalgar, won by Admiral. It says that the object of the theft is sitting at his master's feet. There's nothing to steal on this
Right, so now we're looking for what might be near...
I found it at last.
At last, indeed, yeah. I turn around and walk straight
What
to
is there
it.
to steal in Trafalgar Square? Show me on the map, Watson.
Right, map of London. So there's Trafalgar Square, and then there's the National Gallery of Painting.
The only location visible.
Why not? Our man wants to steal a painting, but which one? Watson.
It was in this statue that we found the famous Black Pearl of the Borgias.
Yeah, all of these sort of eye things around the map are different references to other Sherlock Holmes books.
What? This accursed statue is still here? I've asked Mrs. Hudson to remove it for us.
This is from the game Sherlock Holmes The Awakening, which I guess I might play after I do this one.
Ah, Lamb, good timing. Can you give myself and my friend Sherlock a lift?
With pleasure, Dr. Watson. The mistress, Miss Bromsby, gave
Yes,
me the
it
day
was.
off. I'll wait for you.
The Supernatural.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the National Gallery of Painting. As it's such a lovely day outside, you're the only visitors at the moment, and likely will be for the whole day. As the minimum number...
We're not here to visit the museum, young man. My name is...
Sherlock.
Indeed, I have reason to believe that a theft is being planned that will take place here, perhaps as early as today.
A robbery?
I'm not certain.
The sound is
but
cutting
there is
out,
reason
isn't
to
it?
believe that is the case. We have contacted Inspector Lestrade at Scotland Yard, and he should be joining us momentarily.
Unless it's just
Meanwhile,
my
rest
speakers are
assured
cutting
that
out.
We are here in an official capacity. In the meantime, you can certainly help us. One of the paintings
No,
will play a
I
part
believe
in
the
matter,
Sherlock
but I
Holmes
don't yet
books
know
reference
exactly
the
which one.
supernatural in many
I do,
areas,
however, have a
and the
feeling
developers have
that
used
you found
Cthulhu as a
something
sort of
professional
catch-all
like yourself.
supernatural thing because
Yes,
Cthulhu
of
is quite
course.
memeable
As it
online,
happens,
or
I've
was
only
when this
been
game came
working
out.
here for 3 days. Actually, I'm an apprentice, and my duties here are essentially administrative.
Pray tell, would I be correct in deducing that the elder of the two men that we can see up there is the director of the museum?
Yes, that is Sir Pointer. He could certainly assist you better than I, but at the moment he's terribly occupied and will be for some time.
But the location that you are proposing is unworthy of my work. All of my pieces are him.
Please understand, dear sir, the entrance hall is reserved for temporary exhibitions. We are able to add more lighting.
In that case, you would have to provide lanterns across the whole length of the ceiling, and to use the most refined.
We will do all the...
Nevertheless, I insist.
But our rooms are already full and...
How can there be too much modernism? Modernism doesn't exist. Only art exists. Art is timeless. Art is cosmic.
Well, sir, perhaps...
Yeah, where we got knock things over.
Then you must certainly have a ledger of the...
Yes, Sir Pointer, I know I make a rather feeble archivist, but while I was doing a tour of the museum, the painting that...
The case of the missing ledger. Listen, Mr.
Palinor, sir.
Palinor, my friend and I will make our way through the museum in order to find the ledger. If you lost it while touring the museum and it wasn't back on the desk, then it...
Certainly, sir.
Tell me, young man, would you happen to have a blue...
Ah, yes.
Farewell, Palinor.
Right, so I got a map of the museum. Wait, I already know which painting it is. This one.
The canvas by William Turner. The paint.
It shows a sailing boat being returned to...
It seems that we found the famous ledger.
Being returned to a dry dock to be destroyed because it's the age of the steam boat now.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Farewell, Palinor.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Here is your ledger, my friend.
You found it!
Rest assured, are you familiar?
I understand how to locate a thematic...
It's better than nothing in the moment.
Depicting...
According to...
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
It might refer to a boat. Its master was Admiral Nelson, and the thief wanted to run it aground. Moreover, the boat would have a French name.
Wait!
Because it's related to a English victory over the French.
Painting, symbolic even, the Fighting Temeraire, a Turner. In this painting, Turner is described as having mastered painting The subject, a boat by the French name of Temeraire, was involved in the Battle of Trafalgar and distinguished itself by protecting Victory, the flagship on board which...
Victory?
Yes, Admiral Nelson was on board. Temeraire received a special
Where would I find it? My thanks, Palinor. Come.
Yes. Oh, this game's got Creepy Watson. I can demonstrate Creepy Watson to you. Right, so... Oh, they haven't fixed Creepy Watson, have they? They have? I can't believe they fixed Creepy Watson. Oh, that's disappointing.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Where would I find it?
I already found it.
My thanks, Palinor. Come. The Fighting Temeraire. Splendid. What do you think?
This was only
I
ever a
agree,
PC game?
it's splendid. The existence of this painting would seem to give credit to this whole affair.
As long as this painting remains.
There's actually remastered versions of these games, so maybe I'll need to buy them.
Provocative is nothing more than a letter. It is possible that all of this could be a hoax with no substance whatsoever. We will know soon enough, as the theft will have to take place tonight.
We must warn the museum's director, Holmes.
You are correct, Watson. Shall we?
Let's go see the director of the museum.
Yeah, they definitely fixed it. I'm actually quite sad they fixed that because it was funny.
The painter who was conversing with the director.
Fantastic! Superb!
There, Maestro. I believe that everything is settled.
This collaboration will be my crowning glory, my masterpiece. Merci!
I have finished the inventory of the works of art, Director.
Good day, gentlemen. It's with pleasure that I welcome you to our gallery. I trust that you are here for pleasure and not business.
I'm afraid that is not the case.
Oh.
When
Ooh.
it is no longer a matter of art?
My apologies.
Mr. Palinor was able to answer all of our most... A Frenchman. Let's take a look.
Yes, he's very avant-garde. He heard that we were showing the works of modern painters during our temple...
Lestrade, just in time.
Gone?
Lestrade, would you have your constable on duty guard the entrance and make sure that nobody...
No,
If you would care to follow me, I'll show you what the... The reason for this little gathering is this letter that I received at my lodgings this morning. Without getting into too much detail, it claims that this painting, The Fighting Temeraire, will be stolen tonight.
Pardon?
There now. It's because of a letter.
I would never have taken the liberty to disturb you if this letter, the authenticity of which I must admit hasn't been completely confirmed, was not written by the one and only Arsène Lupin.
Arsène Lupin?
Arsène Lupin?
Arsenal? Who?
Arsenal.
What?
Arsène Lupin, the most wanted cat burglar in the world. We will know soon enough whether or not this letter is a fake, or if I had reason to disturb you, Lestrade. But you must understand that we couldn't take even the slightest chance.
Perhaps. Why not
We cannot risk storing the painting in an improper environment or to entrust it to anyone who calls it a thing.
All that would achieve would be to shift the problem. This painting is priceless. Beware he who would harm it. What I propose, Lestrade, is to do a tour of the museum with Sir Pointer in order to check any possible points of break and entry, and leave 2 men on duty here tonight. In addition, Director, you must close the museum to the public and not let anyone else in.
If you feel it's necessary.
And you, Holmes?
I'll pass by tomorrow at dawn. We'll know then what we're up against. Should the unthinkable have occurred,
Right now he plays
Yes,
Lestrade,
Inspector,
who's sort of
I
like...
have a lot of work to take care of. It would be better if I leave you to do a tour by yourself. You are, after all, a professional. Here are the keys to all of the locked doors. If you need me, I'll be in my office.
Well, I best inspect the museum to find any of Lupin's possible exits, including mice holes. It's dark in this box room. Good. No windows, no possible entry. Ha! There is a possible entry. If someone wanted to descend from the roof here, he'd need a lot of time.
It's you and I now.
No, no exits on this side, nothing to report. No, no exits on this side, nothing to report. No, no exits on this side. Nothing to report.
He's going to say that a lot, unfortunately.
I will make sure there are no...
Do your work.
Oh, maybe I didn't click on the doors.
No, no exits on...
I mean, presumably those doors go somewhere.
Nothing to report. No, no exits on this side. Nothing to report.
I think that's kind of everything.
We need a cannon to force this door down. The lock is too big to be jimmied, and I'll leave a man on duty in place. If Lupin does come, it won't be that way. Wait for tonight. There. The director and his underling have left. Time for us to play now. It could be that this whole robbery is nothing but nonsense. If not, we're prepared. And this Lupin will play right into our hands. I'll lock the main door to the museum, and you will be locked in. Jeffries is on duty in Trafalgar Square, and the yard is nearby. Nothing to worry about there. The doors leading in will be locked, but you will each have everything you need to open them. Stay hidden and cover
So,
your
do you think
lights
he's going to get away
so
with the
you cannot be
painting?
seen from the roof. You, Lockhart, will be stationed near the painting itself. At the least provocation, go down to the entrance and sound the alarm. The walls are too thick, so you will have to go down for your whistle to be heard. In case of real trouble, be sure to fire with deadly accuracy, because if you even graze one of the paintings, your great-grandchildren will still be paying off your debts. Finally, you'll just have to be content with your lanterns. Gas is too expensive. Let's go, men. Keep your wits about you. You'll be relieved at 4 a.m.
I mean, surely, with all this defense, he's not going to get it. I'm sure his instructions were to stand where he couldn't be seen from the roof.
Go on, you cantankerous codger. You have work to do.
You're right, Holmes. The constable below was indeed asked to deliver us a letter. It's from Lestrade.
Nothing good can come from such urgency.
Indeed, Holmes. This time, without doubt, the painting has disappeared. According to what he's written, they've turned the National Gallery...
Well, Watson,
Should we not have enlisted more men?
I think that a whole brigade could not have stopped Lupin. And, of course, we can now be certain that it was he who was behind the theft. First and foremost, the police have a city and lives to protect, and we must respect that.
He calls one of his secret police's page.
Our page is sick. Would you be so good?
Yesterday, I was at...
Got a light?
No, sorry.
Is it Sherlock Holmes who lives in these digs here?
Indeed.
Know him?
I do have that honour. I have been of some assistance to him on occasion.
For his
Like
valet.
locating hansoms, for instance.
I say, you're his valet. So tell me, does your master pay well then?
But
I bet you're not above winning a bob or two, am I right? Listen, my friend, word has it that your boss is going to have a right fright tonight at the Picture Museum.
How?
Shh, listen, my good man. If you want to fill your pockets, here's my card. Piers Urquhart Allen. That's my name. Independent reporter's the game. Spill the beans about his biz, and I'll pay you well. Look for me in one of the pubs round here. You can't miss me.
If Holmes finds out that the press is onto this business, he'll be in an explosive mood. Best to avoid speaking about it. Ah, handsome. Now to find
The loud
Holmes
horse,
and make
jeez.
our way to the
You've arrived at last, Holmes. We haven't touched anything while we...
Did your men see anything?
To tell you the truth, barely anything. There was nothing they could do. The only thing we know for certain is there were two people of athletic build who perpetrated this crime. We don't know if the burglars stole anything other than the painting in question, as they completely redecorated the museum with the paintings of a French artist that were at the entrance to the museum. The paintings that were on the walls are now crammed in the director's office.
Do you have any idea what happened?
Ah, well, not really. I haven't managed to figure it out. We know that the two men exited through the window in the restoration workshop, and that the second man entered through there. But the first man was already in the museum before his accomplice. Yet I had a man in the restoration workshop all yesterday afternoon, and he only left for a minute in order to hear my orders. At no time could the first man have entered through the window. We would have either seen or heard him. The men on the premises confirmed they didn't see
How on
anyone
earth did he get
pass
into
through
the museum?
entrance until the alarm was sounded.
It's a locked
Those
room
two
mystery.
are the only possibilities. How did this man get into the museum, I ask you?
When you have eliminated the impossible, Lestrade, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Where are the director and his assistant?
They're both in the office. Go gently with the director. He's close to having a fit. By the way, I noticed some traces of paint or something all over.
It's funny,
Asked
Lestrade,
everyone to avoid trampling on them until
in
you've
the
had a
early
chance to
books,
examine them.
is really negative towards Sherlock and his abilities. But by this game, he's kind of mellowed out a bit and is more willing to put up with Sherlock's
Watson, Inspector Lestrade,
quirks.
check out the roof and help out with the interrogations. Be on the lookout for the slightest detail could get...
You can count.
The paint tracks come from the interior of the museum and stop there. It's curious, but I'd wager that the man who left these footprints rested here a moment while facing the wall and looking at something. Yet these paintings aren't exceptional in the least.
I mean, he is a thief, and they are the crown jewels.
The person who left these footprints... Size 10. These footprints are those of common work boots. It's through there that one of our robbers arrived, and it's also through there... Footprints, look! These footprints are size 9. The foot brushed the paint. Someone wanted to warn the person who made the footprints of the presence of liquid on the ground, but too late. The man then went beneath the louver of the window to get out, probably with the help of a ladder. He was wearing shoes from France with supple leather non-skid soles, which have a distinctive design. Water. These tools are for restoring...
Right, should we go speak to the director? Or, you know, he has a fit.
Footprints, look. These footprints are size 9. These are shoes with supple, non-skid leather soles of French manufacture. The footprints left by Horace Velmont's shoes and those made by one of the two crooks are absolutely identical. Lupin is a master of disguise. We met him in person yesterday as Velmont.
Oh dear. It's this artwork just scattered on the floor.
Ah, Mr. Holmes.
Such a tragedy.
Now, calm down, Director.
The director and I are in the mid.
The only one who will be happy is...
I'd wager he's doubly happy.
Ah, and when will you...
A deadline will soon be set, I think. However, it is in our best interest to do... Thank you, gentlemen.
Good.
What horrors?
Oh yeah, he says what horrors for basically every one of
What
these pictures.
horrors?
Some of them have a different line. I can't remember.
What horrors? Velmont has unusual taste for a painter. What horrors? There is something here.
There, these.
A trace of black rubber. A trace of black rubber.
So why might there be black rubber on the floor?
There is something strange on the ceiling. I'll have to climb up to examine it, but Lestrade's men are using the ladder. I'll continue to inspect the museum while I await them.
But this hasn't agreed yet, so I have to check all of them?
A trace of black rubber. A trace of black rubber. A trace of black rubber. These 4 traces of black rubber are identical. Hideous, this painting. A round red frame with some green in the middle. The inspiration behind this canvas is rather queer.
So we can see that Lestrade has put up a load of paintings.
Self-portrait by Horace Velmont. A bit narcissistic, that one. What horrors?
Where am I going? I think it's here.
A large red square was painted. It's too dark in here. I don't see anything.
Right, I think that's enough of an investigation. We'll check.
What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
Nope, not yet.
Gentlemen.
Good.
I'm overwhelmed by this inventory.
It's Combination Lock, a French brand.
I don't remember if there's anything.
Ideal to catch by jumping from this skylight. What horrors?
I don't think I have to check every picture.
Portrait of a young man in red by Domenico Ghirlandaio. This painting was executed between 1480 and 90 and is on loan. It's Pointer, the museum director, who is on display here. Amusing.
How do you have time to paint that picture?
The artist of this painting wished to depict the total... Looking at this canvas, the French painter...
Oh, he's found the double painting.
A river scene with a Dutch yacht.
Somewhere we have 2 paintings very similar. There we go.
A canvas by Joseph Vernet, my great-great-uncle. A canvas by Joseph Vernet, my great...
They can't both be a canvas. Which one is it? I believe it's this one. No, it's there.
Why these two paintings appear?
Right, so you can see.
Why these two paintings appear?
Well, they don't. I can see him. The guy in the suit here is Arsène Lupin, who's put himself in this painting that he's copied meticulously. Try the director's office again.
Can I borrow this lamp?
Unfortunately not.
No. Where's the door?
I have no reason to go there.
No, not yet. Surely I don't have to check every painting.
A large red square was... There is something strange on the ceiling. Self-portrait by Horace Veltman. What horrors! What horrors! What horrors! A perfect example of neo-cretinism, a Velmont from his convalescent period. A beautiful landscape by Boucher. Monsieur de Norvin's portrait by Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres, 1780 to 1876. A perfect example. What horrors! What horrors! What horrors! What horrors! What horrors!
Surely I don't have to check every painting.
What horrors!
Because I'm kind of just waiting for...
What horrors!
Lestrade to return.
What horrors! The Ambassadors, 1533. Charity by Lucan Cranach. Portrait of a Woman by Luke. What horrors! A Cranach, a Cranach, a Cranach. What horrors!
I like how that's all he says about the painting. Just, it's a Cranach.
Hans Holbein the Younger died of...
Right, are there any more clues around? Let's think about this. I know that I need that letter to just get started, really.
What horrors! What horrors!
Maybe I just need to look this up, because I'm sure you aren't supposed to do every single one of these. What was the trigger to make it go? We've done the footprints, we've done the stairs. Oh, hang on. I haven't got all the footprints yet, that's why.
Footprints, look.
There we go.
Size 10. Size 10. This footprint is quite clear. This footprint is quite clear. This footprint is rather light. The man who left these footprints made a return trip. He was carrying something heavy.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade wanted you...
Excellent.
There is something here.
Right, so we're gonna get the ladder. The letter. Using the ladder.
Elementary.
Your initials are JL. Oh, Lestrade. This one is one where I actually need to write things down. I don't remember if this had a notes thing. I don't think it does. Oh dear. Right, so basically I need to find certain things. Let me just get a notebook. Oh. Yeah, I've got a book somewhere at home that's got the answers to all these riddles in. Right. Okay, so into the museum did I go that night? There I see Venus and Mars wrapped in white. Remember with all might. Okay, so I need to find Venus and Mars in white.
Surely makes ref.
Okay.
Here's what I've been looking for. Tobias and the Archangel Raphael by Adam Elsheimer, German painter. The Archangel should ask what kind of bait he used. This canvas was acquired in 1894 by the National Gallery. It was based on a composition he had previously done.
Okay, so it's 1894 for Tobias and the Archangel.
Tobias and the Archangel Raphael. Here's what I've been looking for.
I don't remember it giving you that hint to zoom in last time I played this.
Look, a white horse standing by a sleeping man by Peter Verbeek, possibly derived from a 1652 piece by Paul Potter.
Horse and sleeping man. Yeah, when I played this the first time, I'm fairly sure you just had to work it out.
Here's what I've been looking for.
This is the Venus and Mars one.
This painting depicts the gods Venus and Mars by Botticelli. This painting was exhibited for the first time in 1874 in the National Gallery.
1874 is Venus and Mars. Then the horse was second.
This painting depicts the gods.
Because we've known for ages, I won't be calling skaters, young couples, men, women, hero, boy. We're looking for the skaters for the third one. Oh, there you go.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Yeah, I think that having that option has made me rely on it more when I shouldn't
A
have.
winter scene with skaters near a castle by Averkamp, 1585 to 1634, one of the greatest painters from the Dutch school of the 17th century. He specialized in winter scenes. The painting originally extended into a square shape. It seems that I have found the 4 numbers from Lupin's poem. Now, what do I do with them?
Okay, let's go back to the poem and check. First minus the second, then times the third, minus the fourth. Figure it out and you'll be there. Okay. Just to double check, Venus and Mars was first. So that's 1874. Hired Horseman was second, which is 1652, which gives us 222. Uh, 222 times by his age, which was oh, come on, brain, engage. 1634 minus 1585. $49. Yeah, 49 times 222. I have to actually get a calculator out. It's 49 times 222 is 10,878. Minus the fourth. And our fourth number was 1894. That's 8984.
Open. It's the painting by my great uncle. Look, there's a paper attached. A wig and a cushion, for the stomach, no doubt. A half-empty bottle of champagne. This is what must have happened. Lupin entered the museum disguised as Velmont. After our meeting, he pretended to leave, but in fact came to hide in the case that Palinor had emptied whilst doing his inventory. A hook permitted him to close the case from the inside, and he calmly waited until the time was right. Once alone, he got out and helped his accomplice enter through the skylight without fearing the police.
I mean, that seems perfectly reasonable for a way to break into a museum. So now I need to find a picture of himself again. It was in this one.
Self-portrait by Horace Velmont. This painting has an oil base, but is covered...
What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
Sorry to disturb you, gentlemen. Can you explain how to remove a fine layer of water?
It's simple. You'll need some water to soften the paint, a paintbrush with rigid bristles to scrape off the film, and an...
Thank you.
Alright, so now we're going to go to the restoration room. If you remember, I happened to find water, paintbrush and thing. Or something else as well? No, I think we're okay. Right, now we go back to painting.
You and I, Lupin.
So water.
I need something.
I need a cloth, don't we?
I need something. I need something. I need something. I need something.
Yeah, I need to find a cloth.
I need something.
Yeah, I thought I'd missed something. Just double check the conversation. Water to soften the paint. Paintbrush. That's right.
I need something. I need something.
I don't need to do this all, do I? I just need to do his pocket here. Basically, we just need this letter from his pocket, which he painted over. Nope, apparently that's still not enough. I don't think I have to take off the whole thing. It kind of amuses me that they have techniques for taking water paint off oil painting. Okay, so that's enough now, yeah?
I need
Really?
something.
Fine. A lot will have to come off. Yeah, I'm kind of remembering everything, so I'm like trying to jump ahead in steps. Which is really bad because the game wants you to do it very particularly. Oh, I don't remember having to do this all last time. I say it looks very silly half done, doesn't it? It does also seem kind of pointless that we had to do this. The whole painting when I just knew where to go. I can see it right now. In fact, can I just leave?
I
Nope.
need something.
Yes. Hot on Arsene Lupin's trail by pulling paint off a painting. Yeah, we kind of go through 7 heists.
There's a bright red sea.
Oh, now it's just have to do a certain percentage. Right, so that clue is for this painting.
There must be something here. Stay alert now. A piece of the frame is breaking off.
From the northern air, count 6 sides as the needle turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the right wall. So this one.
What horrors? Elementary.
In some corner, the white cloth. In a somber corner under a white cloth. Okay.
Can I borrow this lamp?
Yes, we are almost finished.
This bucket contains something extremely heavy. A bucket with a red perimeter. There is something here.
Bouquet of lilies, further directed to Sigma, younger by a quarter of an hour. You should receive the power. The director sleeping was in this gallery, I think. No. This one? Where was the director sleeping? There you go.
It's Pointer, the museum director, who is on display here. Amusing.
Right, now it's work out which one's real, which one's fake.
Here's what I've been looking for. Why, these two paintings appear identical. Haha, Lupin seems to be setting the example. I'm in need of a lamp.
I'm going to go give the manager a heart attack by setting a fire in his fancy art gallery full of paintings. Just as you do. Free fire alarms, of course, so it's going to take a while for this to burn as well.
I will recopy all of that to...
Right, now we need to get all 9 of these.
This must be one of the 9 canvases. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. They're hanging art.
Yeah, we get it.
3-year-olds. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds.
Oh, I wonder if they could be hanging art made by 3-year-olds.
They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without.
How many have I got in my inventory? 8, so 1 more. There we go.
They're hanging art. I have all 9 paintings now, I think.
Right, so we need to get the letter that's visible, and then it spells a word. I believe it's an S. There we go. Yep. S.
No message proposes another riddle. I must have found all of the clues. However,
Right, so let's have a look at the letters. So C-O-R Coroni. I think it's Coroni.
Tell me, Director, does...
No, that word doesn't mean...
I must have made a mistake. Time to...
Coronis. Oops. Got the S on the floor.
Coronis? Yes, we have a painting in...
No, it's the gingerly push out the painting from the floor.
This painting is rather simple and doesn't seem to be hiding anything special. Can you tell me the history of this piece?
It was created in approximately 1617 by Domenichino and his assistants. It doesn't belong to us, but is on loan temporarily by its owner. It represents the god Apollo using an arrow to slay his lover, Coronis, because of her infidelity.
That's all?
Yes, that's all.
Well, Holmes, where are we? It's dark outside. I can't keep going any longer. Not one witness within a half-mile in any direction. It would seem the men disappeared like ghosts.
What is the note that you're holding?
Oh yes, a constable asked me to bring it to your attention. It could be from Lestrade, as we were separated over an hour ago. Incredible.
This note didn't come from Lestrade, Watson. It's Lupin who sent it. Mr. Pointer, what could he mean by a black shadow and not in the painting?
Yes. In the legend, it's Apollo's bird, a raven, who reveals Coronis' infidelity to
So
him.
6 ravens
Thus,
are going to go
Raven,
missing.
who is at the heart of the matter, is curiously absent from the painting.
Anyway, our latest message from Lupin states, tonight 6 more missing. Do you have the map of London with you, Watson? Get it for me if you would. Yes, Watson, the Tower of London Ravens. If ever the Ravens leave the Tower of London, the British Empire will fall. Lupin wants to capture them. Watson, there isn't a moment to lose. Find a hansom while I leave some instructions for the director.
And we're now coming to the Tower of London to protect the
You were
ravens.
quiet during the whole trip in the hansom, Holmes. I'm curious to know what you might have said to the director.
Simply to reveal nothing to the public and claim that the appearance of a strange mildew on certain paintings has forced the museum to close. This quarantine will permit us to avoid the press from aggravating this already embarrassing situation.
But if Lupin pursues his scandalous idea and actions, we won't be able to silence all of the talk that will ensue all over the city.
Exactly, Watson. All we're doing is giving ourselves a bit of time. From here on out, we must win this strange game, Watson. Lupin won the first round and has thrown me headfirst into this business because if he succeeds, my name will eternally be associated with this adventure and synonymous with failure.
But you'll get the upper hand, won't you, Holmes?
We'll see, Watson. That
Yeah,
we
that
will.
unerring confidence.
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend Dr. Watson. We are here at this late hour to meet with the Chief Warder. A recent event has led us to believe that some harm may befall the security of the buildings and goods under his responsibility.
Stay here and wait a moment. Above all, do not deface the walls.
Why would he need to not deface the walls? Oh, that's because it's covered in graffiti. Right, so you want to remember this date? 21/8/1632.
Good evening, gentlemen. I am Smith, the chief.
Indeed, I am Sherlock.
Incredible.
It is not a matter of coincidence in this case. I am here because something that you hold within these walls has disappeared. I was hoping to arrive in time to prevent this from happening, but I fear we are too late.
Are there 6?
Watson, I am certain that the Chief Warder will answer all of our...
I will indeed.
So the 6 ravens in the Tower of London
Thank you
have gone
for
missing.
your discretion, Mr. Holmes. If word got out, the consequences would be disastrous. On that note, I would like to know who warned you. Apart from the Raven Master, I thought...
Based on what you've told me, you should have assumed that someone else was fully informed of...
I beg your...
It's much too long a story to relate, and time is not on our side. The basic facts of the matter are as follows. The man who stole the raven... We must act accordingly. We'll claim that the birds are under quarantine for health reasons. You and the Raven Master must also confine us...
It's very simple. An hour ago at most, at nightfall, the Raven Master found me at my desk. He was quite agitated. The ravens had disappeared. As he was
Yeah, the ravens have their wings clipped. They shouldn't be able to fly at all.
the cage for the night, the black silhouette which he was chasing flew off. The ravens normally have their wings clipped. This bird then began to sing a little jingle. Then
And where is the Raven Master?
He is confined to his bed at present, and I am quite concerned.
Indeed, there is a chance, as the thief certainly left some clues behind. Where are the ravens normally during the day?
In the field facing the entrance to the White Tower. You can get there through this door. I was just there and noticed this black envelope.
Give it to me.
So we have to catch the 6 birds and use things on the birds to work out where he's going to go next.
Do you have a lantern you could lend us?
Yes, I can give you mine. Indeed. I will inform the service personnel that your presence here is authorized and that they are to assist you in...
Watson, the game is afoot again.
What are we to do, Holmes?
Chase 6 birds. What?
Chase? There must be a shotgun or two here, Holmes. Why can't we mix business with...
Blast them out the sky.
One missed shot, and the bird flies off and never returns. Exactly, Watson. Now... Seed husks, it would appear. A bird is hiding in one of the trees. This bird is apprehensive. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
The bird, Holmes. There it is.
This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
There's a feather there, so we can use that to help identify the bird. Can't remember where the room with the bird information is.
Tower.
It's in the White Tower.
This feather was dyed black.
Those are bones, by the way.
Closed.
I believe the White Tower is the armory. Tower of London, White Tower, Tower Green, the entrance. Yeah, I know where most of the birds are. It's just a question of remembering how you actually unlock them. This section over here, I believe, is the living quarters for the beefeaters. I'm sure it's beefeaters who work in Tower of London.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks all...
Not that one. This one.
Closed.
Ah, I was looking...
We are making progress.
It's the store.
Do you have the key for this door?
I can open it, but you won't get far.
Can you find the cook?
It's just that tonight is his night off. He could.
That's unfortunate. Do you have the code for the lock?
Tonight's his night
No,
off.
having nothing to do in this area.
Obviously.
Wait, I seem to remember that the code to open the lock has something to do with one of...
I thank you for your cooperation. This may prove to be useful. A few drops of red wax. This may prove to be useful.
Look, Holmes, jars of tomatoes from Italy. They must be delicious.
Why do you have sinister music with that?
Plate. All of these products are stamped. All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms. Closed. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin, I am not.
Anyone remember the code? It was 9 the 18th. Oh, okay, we'll have to go back and find it. I'll do it properly so you see how you're supposed to work it out.
Products are stamped with the royal coat of arms.
We find the waters for the staff.
A sock that was left.
We have more important things to deal with.
Okay, Blue Bird of Paradise. I believe the one in the tree is the rock partridge.
This may prove to be useful.
Yeah, the camera.
Interesting. A camera. Closed.
Where was the book?
Closed.
Actually, is the cook here?
Closed. This letter is very interesting. It's a
Yeah, the McAdams.
McAdams family.
So we're going to go back to the entrance. McAdams 21/8/1632. And we go back to the storeroom. Right, so it's 21/8/1632.
Closed. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin.
There we go. We found the duck.
This chicken was painted black.
The chicken, sorry.
It seems to have some. The message written on this paper is.
It seems so simple, Holmes.
Oh, I haven't worked out. I need to bring meat for the eagle or hawk or whatever it is yet. Is it in the barracks, maybe? No. Maybe it's one of these doors. There's a room which has loads of sort of hunting related stuff somewhere. And it includes whistles with different bird calls. Oh, where is that room? Yes, the blue bird of paradise needs 3 blue things. Back to the scaffold site.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call. Like
Blue obsession. Those are the particular footprints. If I...
Evening, governors. You the investigator Chief told us about? He told me to go around and spot you, but...
what happened to your pack of tobacco?
Heading back to the barracks, it fell down, didn't it? I shone me lantern down.
Fancy that. What did the pack look like?
Oh, 'twas a bright blue pack. An anchor on the front too.
I don't expect to find it. What singular tracks these are? I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
What
Yes.
singular tracks these are?
It's a blue bird
I'd
of
like to know
paradise.
which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
Right, so we go back to the barracks. No. There we go. Dawn. We need this blue sock.
A sock that was left.
We have more important things to deal. Interesting.
Can't take the camera yet.
With a magnesium flash.
Need the camera later.
Closed.
Can't get in the cloakroom yet. Where was the blue plate that was in the storeroom?
Nice faience plate.
What the devil are you up to, Holmes?
Is there a third blue thing I needed?
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks alternating with smooth notes. The cries seem to be coming from the shrubs. No, I don't have enough items.
Will you ever explain it to me, Holmes?
If you had read the reference work on birds' care...
It seems so simple, Holmes.
No, I don't have enough
Right,
items.
so I need another blue object. Where do I get another blue object? I think it's a box of ammunition that's empty.
Closed.
I think it's in the storeroom. Yeah, for some reason, I think I remember there being a blue ammo box somewhere. Right, so either way, we need one more blue thing somewhere. Where's the barracks, I guess? I think it's got something to do with the cloakroom. I can't remember how to get in.
A few drops of red wax.
Look, Holmes, jars.
It was something in his thing. I wonder if that's actually a real recipe. Chicken soup with almonds.
Have you found something, Mr. Holmes? Have you found something, Mr. Holmes?
Yes, I haven't found anything you're wanting to talk about yet. Somewhere on top of one of the walls, there's a bed. There we go, the weapons room.
A box of munitions, empty.
What the devil are you up to?
This part is dedicated to... If I
There we
want
go.
to attract a bird with this call, I must know which bird...
God, it's the wood partridge, I think.
Impossible. I can only take... Impossible. I can only...
At the documents again. Rock partridge. From Languedoc. Yeah.
Impossible. I can only...
Right, back to the White Tower. Oh, I might need some seeds as well, actually.
I must have made a mistake. This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. Seed husks, it would appear. Lupin must have lured the ravens and then caught them one after the other.
But it's not a partridge. Which one is it? Where was that weapons room again? There.
This collection of weapons is impressive. This collection of weapons... This part is dedicated to...
Oh, for some reason I was sure it was a partridge. Maybe it's the wood partridge.
It's definitely a partridge.
Doesn't it catch his bird with bare hands?
The message written on this paper is illegible.
Now we go back to the scaffolding and we can put the ammo box down and get another bed.
I need something. The message written on this paper is illegible.
Well done, Holmes.
So that's 3 of the 5 we can get tonight. The last one is actually on the tower up there, but you can't see it till daytime. Right, so I need to find the bat in the basement and the pigeon on the wall. I can't remember which one of these towers has basement access. There's a chain there, I just can't see because it's too dark. Yeah, we're just kind of looking for the way down to the basement. We see a bat, we scare it with the magnesium flash of the camera. I also need to find a pigeon who's roosting on a wall somewhere in a tree. Right, he's roosting in a tree near a wall somewhere. Oh, is it that one? Apparently not. Where is it then? Not under the weapon thing, is it? Where is that basement part?
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
I think that's a parrot. You get up onto this wall. It was the wrong side.
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have...
Okay, look at the stairs onto this wall. Which doesn't appear to be this side. I don't think I can get into it from this side. It's here. I have to do it from over here, do I?
This space is dedicated to the Navy. Closed. This net has a large mesh. A small Navy cannon in perfect... This may prove to be useful. This part is dedicated to...
So it's got a bird call for a pigeon. Not pigeon, a parakeet. Or budgie. Apparently not, because it doesn't seem to want it again. not something silly like it's in the thing, no. How do you get up there? No staircase that I can see. I think maybe we have to go to the storeroom and get some seeds.
Sunflower seeds. They are a delicacy to certain birds.
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
Well, I think this seems like a reasonable place to stop. I'm kind of getting tired and I can definitely feel my brain is not fully engaged with the game anymore. So I will continue with this one rather than Jack the Ripper, because Jack the Ripper's just crashing way too much. So thank you very much for watching and have a nice evening.